Hi friends, my name is Louis. I have a new YouTube channel, Retired to Travel. Now, let's start today with the caravan that we will be using for our long duration, long-term travels. We just returned from a weekend in the mountains and busy washing this Conquorer Commander. Yes, I'm using a high pressure gun, I'm using a blower, and we're gonna talk about solar systems, the different solar systems, all the modifications I have made. I wouldn't call all the modifications improvements, but it's personalized. Just as an example, look at my Jerry Cayennes. There's a lot of modifications. And then watch this space. Well, before we start with anything on this caravan, let's first talk about two very important aspects: safety and security. Safety of your family at the campsite. Very, very important. Think. There's nothing more to it. Think. Make sure steppies in and out of the caravan is safe. If it's a loose steppy, make sure it's in position. And for all of you, if you walk down steppies, even if it's 2 steps or 3 steps out of the caravan, look at the steps. So many of our campers has had serious injuries at the caravan park. Climbing in and out of a caravan 10 times in the morning, 20 times, 30 times, 5 times a day doesn't make you a specialist. That moment you climb out, you get out of the caravan and you don't look at the steps, you don't look down, and you look at somebody else or you are talking, you will miss the step and you will pay the price. Think. So for all of you guys with your caravans, I'm not even talking about those rooftop tents with that long stairs. Safety is paramount. Safety, your cables, your electrical extensions must be in excellent condition. Replace those cables that is worn or damaged. It's lying open. It's lying from your fuse box or from your power supply to your caravan and open. And if there's damaged cables, rain will affect it. Dew at night will affect it. Could affect the whole camp by a short circuit. Children walking past, animals walking past, playing with this open, exposed electrical cable. Your plugs, both plugs, the plug at your supply. Some of the caravan camps have got these blue plugs. 2 of mine has failed in the last 4 or 5 months. I do not know why. Get a few spares. Get 2 spares in your caravan, because that's part of the insulation so that the water doesn't damage that connection. Your extension cable from the power supply to your caravan. If you plug it in directly into your caravan, that's fine, that's perfect. As long as the cable, as I said, is in good condition. That will limit you with distance. Myself, I've purchased very heavy power supply cable on a reel, a 20 meter. It was expensive. I think it was 500 or 600 rand. That's a heavy duty. So that's the power supply from the connection box to my caravan. At my caravan, I have short few meters of extension cables because I want to have electrical light at night. I have other functions, and the reel is underneath the caravan, out of the wind, out of the rain, out of the weather. And in my caravan I've got the facility to hook it on, and it's away from any water flooding during a rain season or rainy night or whatever. Yeah, that's the electrical cables. Take care. Take care. At home, your lawn mower and your weed eater cable is not in a good condition. It's a little bit shabby, and what you've done is you've taken some insulation tape and you've closed it. That's also unsafe, but not at the caravan park. So while we are on the topic of safety, let me show you what I've done in my caravan to improve safety, to reduce risks, and the areas of risk, and how to address it. Now, this caravan, the Conquorer Commander, and this is a 2018 model, was fitted with no handles here. So I fitted a handle outside. The only handle that's fitted is on the door. So this is very comfortable and safe to take this and climb in. Coming out, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. That Femia, I think it's a Femia handle that they normally use on a motorhome, would be much more safer there. Two purposes for this modification or safety. This caravan was fitted with a steel step that swivels, and you have to pull it in at night, close the door. You cannot close the door if the step is not inside. And it's steel. So there were some issues with it. Then once the step is inside, it closes this whole box, and you have much more limited space at night. So what I have done instead is I have purchased loose steps. And this case, it's 2 steps, not only 1. We are not children anymore, we are retired. So this helps us. And this is a loose step. And I can always make sure that this step is fixed and standing on all 4 of the legs and not wobbly. We're standing now on the right hand side of the caravan. This is the bathroom area. That is a shower. I'll show you later on the shower. That black box I'll show you later. This is the wash basin, of course. But safety related, with that steps, I can now easily reach that tent. I don't need much higher steps or a staircase to get to there. I'm 1.7 meters long. So that is ideal, and I've got 2. One on this side and one on the other side. For my road users, common road users, what I have done is I don't trust this rack or bullshit stuff here to hold this braai on the spare wheel. What I have done is I've put in one of these ratchet straps that hold it on and clamp it tight onto the wheel. Plus my 3-pot stand, Poiki, is also here with a ratchet. And this is the left hand side of this caravan, with a door also on this side. This is the kitchen side with the kitchen facilities, fridge, freezer, food storage, but later about that. And the same here. That type of steppies is enough for me to reach the front of the caravan. This is the double bed that folds out and folds down. That A-frame sits on this tow hook and it forms a bed with a tent. What is unsafe here? With me, 1.7 meter long is to reach that canopy. To reach that canopy, I have to climb up this steppies. This is loose steppies. You can buy it from any shop. But the moment You climb on here and you stand here. I have to stand here to get onto this box, to get on there, and there's no facilities for holding on. This is very unsafe, and I do not have another plan yet. Before I open the bed, I have to get that canopy out. It's lying loose. You have to pull it. You have to pull the double bed, and then when you fold it back, that is a big mess. That I have not found the solution yet. When I'm folding this bed back, that canopy and all that cover is between the canopy and the caravan. I have to climb onto this box again. So this is unsafe. So I'm warning you. So with this few tips on safety, I don't think there's any caravan or any camping or any holiday without unsafe conditions or an unsafe act. Take care, think, make a plan, and if you don't have a solution, warn everyone, talk about it. Your holiday will be much more fun and uninterrupted. A few important aspects on your caravan tow hitch or hook. Make sure this is working, because there's a latch that keeps it hooked to the caravan. Make sure this rubber is in good condition. This rubber protects the shaft in here. You can see the modification I've made. My rubber boot kept on dislodging, so I put in a cable tie to keep it in place. Keep the water and the dust away from this shaft. There's a shaft in here, and this shaft can move. This shaft is the brake. When your vehicle brake, it pushes here, your caravan pushes, and then this compresses, and that activate your brakes. There's your brakes at this, and it support you in braking. What is that? Is that coming loose, or is that only a spacer? See what it? If you wash your caravan, you start seeing some stuff. I have to investigate. But this is a small cylinder, and there's the other end of the shaft that's going through this hook. Please lubricate this area. That helps with the easy movement without getting seizing. Handbrake, remember, make sure, in the engineering world we say measure 3 times before you cut. I'm saying to you, make 3 times sure that your handbrake is down before you start driving. Make sure your plugs, electrical plugs, is in good condition. You can see dust covers. I have a dust cover for that also. I've just cleaned my caravan, so I'll have to put the dust cover back. In the old days, the caravans used to have a front and a rear window, and if you open the curtains, the towing vehicle with your rear view mirror, you can see through the caravan. And the old cars was also wider, and the caravans was built the same width than the car. So your exterior mirrors, you could use that to ensure that, to look at the traffic behind you. But with this caravan, there's no facilities like that. I can't see through the caravan. It's not only this caravan. All off-road caravans is the same, and the majority of the caravans on the market today. This caravan is a few inches wider than my towing vehicle, so I need extra mirrors. What I have done is I fitted this camera, although this camera will be replaced Thursday. And as you can remember, I mentioned to you that I will have the new cameras fitted to my towing vehicle and the caravan. Now let me show you these cameras. There's my tow vehicle, and as you can see, here's the camera that is facing downwards, and that will face onto the tow bar, the caravan here at the back. And let me show you the monitor inside. And this is the monitor now. The previous monitor was here, so we removed that, and now we have this high definition monitor. Let me switch it on. There you can see it's the internal temperature, multimedia player, and there you can see the paving of behind my vehicle and the handle of the back door. And this is a touch screen. If you touch it, go back, AV1 and the AV2. AV1 will then be the caravan. Oops. The caravan is not connected now. Let's go back. I have to calibrate the screen for my touch, and this is then AV2. Some other functions also on this monitor. I can't use the rear view mirror in any case. I have a full canopy and it's fully loaded. Looking at my tow bar on the towing vehicle, of course this is the caravan plaque, multi-point plaque. This is the Brett Harrison with the dust cover, and here's the multi-point plaque for the camera with a dust cover. Let me remove the dust cover and you can see. Right, let's look at the caravan. Caravan installation. There is the video plug, also with a dust cover, Brett Harrison, and then the normal caravan plug. Now let me show you the camera here at the back. I hope you can see it. Here it is. This is then the rear facing camera. The changes that I've made is I've provided a power switch in the caravan, and there you can see I have the camera now switched on, and that's the 4 small LED lights indicating that the camera is on. Later on, a little bit about this 25-year-old motorcycle. No, it's not a Harley Davidson. And then Friday and Saturday, it's time for a breakaway, for me time. Now to the part of security, camp security. This is becoming more and more a problem. Look at the Facebook, look at social media discussions at various of these Facebook platforms. More and more people is talking about safety. Where do you camp? How do you camp? Is the camp guarded? Is it fenced in? Doesn't matter. It could be Fort Hare. The people inside is also not to be trusted. Those that is camping around there is also not to be trusted. Don't trust. Big mistake. So what I've done is I bought an alarm system for my vehicle. There was a few requirements that I had. I have 2 doors, so I wanted to protect both of the access to the door. Plus I have 2 tents. I have a tent this side and I have a tent on that side. So it's 2 sides that I want to protect. And normally I will park my vehicle on this side, so you can also look at my vehicle. Don't leave your stuff in your vehicle. Don't leave your money, your handbag, your gun, your PC inside your vehicle. If you don't have an alarm looking, it will get stolen. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how clever you are, it will disappear. Phew. Any case, what I've done is I bought from Johan, and I'll leave his phone number on here. From Johan, he's in Pretoria, and he is manufacturing, designed and manufacturing this system. As you can see, this is a double beam, and this is 1 alarm, and it's got magnets at the back. So what Johan is providing a steel plate with glue. If you don't have a steel caravan, like in my case, You then glue that steel fittings onto your caravan at the position, and this is a clip on. And with this alarm, Johan has provided a remote. With this remote, I activate the alarm and I deactivate the alarm. Once the alarm is activated, I can read on there. Both of the alarm systems is activated. As you can see here, it's marked. This is alarm number 1. The other one is alarm number 2. And any one of these alarms activate, it shows me on here, is it alarm 1, is it zone 1, or is it zone 2? And I can deactivate it. Another facility that Johan is also designed is he can connect a siren to this system. So if you want to fit a siren in your caravan, ideally. What was my other requirement is wireless. I don't want wires. I don't want power cables from my caravan to feed this. So this is a wireless system. Chargeable. There is it with a C-plug, USB C-plug chargeable. And Johan told me this will last 15 days on this battery. I haven't camped for 15 days yet. So what I do is when we are travel, when we finish camp, I take it out, I switch it off, and I charge it while I'm driving. So this is what I have done. It's an early warning. It's no guarantee. This is only an early warning system. Well, this caravan has a very few steel panels where I can use this alarm, and of course aluminium. And this is aluminium, so it will not stick on here. So let me show you. The door, of course, is steel. So let me show you what I have done is I have decided to set it up here, just above that handle, and that will protect the whole area. 15 meters, I think it's 15 or 25 meters. Johan can give you all that specifications. Easy. Magnet on, push the button, activate it. Access door security. Now, in majority, I think, in the majority of any off-road caravan or off-road trailers, it's a different design. Let me explain to you. That is one of the locks for the door, and there's the other lock. There it is. And the reason for this is, this lock has got a hinge on the inside, and as you close it, it pulls the door up against a rubber, and that's a very thick rubber. Let me show you. And that is to ensure dust. Here is the rubber, and this is to ensure dust tightness. What is the bad part of this? This specific lock cannot be used from the inside, as you can see. It's only from the outside. Yes, I've been worried, oh, there's something loose. You see, I have to do some maintenance. I've also been worried that if I'm inside the caravan, somebody will close this lock. Yes, and they can. And I do not know if I can open it from the inside. And there's another view of it. You can see? You see when you closes it, and there it pulls up against the rubber. So these locks cannot be used from the inside if you're inside the car, inside the caravan. So what Conqueror, this specific caravan, has provided this sliding lock. The problem with this sliding lock is I had two challenges. First of all, the gap here was very tight, and you have to pull very hard from the inside so that this can slide out and lock. Can you see there? The second challenge was this spring was very, very tough. To pull it when it's locked and you want to exit the caravan and open the door, to pull it, I couldn't do that with one hand. So what was my solution? As you can see here, I ordered extra spacers from the factory. That 2 brown or grey spacers is extra. That was only fitted with 3. So there's 5 now. Then I fixed it again. And what I've done is I removed this little pin and I cut this spring. Only a few turns, so that it's easier operable. I first performed the other side, the same spacers, cut the spring, but the spring was too short. Let me show you if this spring is too short. This one is easy, 2 fingers, but look what's happening now. It dislodged. It's out of that hole again. Modifications is not easy. Inside the caravan, this is the right hand side, the right hand door of this is the bathroom shower side. What I've done is I fitted this safe, as you can see here. Here's a safe. Safekeeping of your valuables. Out of the way, doesn't affect anyone, doesn't affect the functionality of the caravan, but ideal. Very easy, drill holes, put in some grub screws. It's flat, it doesn't hurt anyone, and it's easy to operate. Lots of other modifications in here, lots. A little bit about that later in my second video. Well, gas, LP gas is always a discussion, always a point of content. Look at this, I still have to wash. This specific Conquorer Commander is fitted with 2 gas bottles. Outside, let's call it the enclosed area, the living space. And I think there's a regulation or a law that stipulates this. This gas bottle on this side is for the stove, and the gas bottle on that side is for the hot water heater. Now here's the stove. So gas is safe. That's the gas stove. Outside we have a quick fit coupling here. Let me get the hose and show you. Here's the hose. The hose is inside that compartment, very easy to operate. You pull it in there, you push it and it locks. Very easy, very simple. No gas leaks. Should there be a gas leak here, which is the chances is very slim, it's outside, it's ventilated. A very strong, correct design, correct material used for this gas. Once you close your gas bottle again, it's quick to release. Look there, a little bit of gas will escape from here and it's safe. And you can push back your kitchen unit. And once it's back in, I roll it up and I put it on the side. Easy. Don't need to get a gas bottle, put a gas bottle on the ground, find a place for it to stand. Very easy. And then of course on the other side, also a gas water heater, hot water to all the water supply points. And as I said to you, that's the gas bottle. Later on about the filtration system. But here you can see the gas heater. This is traveling position. And then once you are at the camp, open that and pull it out. Oh yeah, wait a minute, I have to get that water pipes. That's it. You can pull it out and it's ventilated. Gets nice and hot here. You will be very dumb if you have this gas heater inside there and you use a hot water system. I'll tell you a little bit later how this works and how to set it up. I think that is that I wanted to mention to you about safety and security. Of course there's much more points. There is the safety and security during hooking, unhooking, traveling. I will do a video on that one, but this is enough for this video. There is so much that we have to discuss. So keep an eye on this channel of mine. You can see I'm preparing. We are leaving for the Drakensberg in 1 week's time.